science and research have helped build Singapore's position as a global hub of innovation. At the center of this, the Agency for Science, Technology and Research, A*STAR, has played a crucial role in developing science and talent, transforming research into industry-ready solutions.
My name is Aniq. I'm a scientist at Simtech and the founder of Moya Analytics, an A*STAR spin-off company. I help build tools to help countries and companies reduce their carbon emissions. I was born in Pakistan. I moved to Singapore when I was 3 years old or so. Grew up in Singapore. My love for physics grew when, in secondary school when one of my teachers really inspired me to get into this field and see the world through the lens of physics and the language of mathematics. After going to university and stuff, that's when I pivoted a bit, and instead of just doing science to understand the world and really appreciate it, I started to also care about using the science to help people's lives. The A*STAR scholarship allowed me to do my undergraduate and PhD at Oxford, and immediately after coming back, I was able to co-lead the Centre for Energy and Emissions Modelling. Recently, I had a chance to share my work at the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP28, where we launched the Global Mitigation Potential Atlas. It's a map of the world that shows how much emissions you can reduce in each country and how if countries work together, you can reduce costs and emissions. I was happy to show how the work that I'm doing in Singapore can have a global impact. That's why I founded Moya Analytics, so that we can take the tools that I've developed within A*STAR to help companies track their emissions across the supply chain and then find least cost ways to reduce those emissions and then finally unlock green finance to make this change happen.
Hi, I'm Zhu Yao. I head the department called Microelectro Multiphysical Systems at A*STAR Institute of Microelectronics. Here we use semiconductor technology to make tiny devices that bridge the physical and digital world. I've always enjoyed solving math and physics problems. During my undergrad study, I worked for a research project under the supervision of an A*STAR scholar, and that will actually lead to where I am today. During my PhD, I worked with both the MEMS and IC design teams, and that experience changed how I approach research. I realized that working in silo doesn't really solve complicated problems. Actually, integrated capability is more important. I'm most proud of our work on scandium doped nitride. It is an environmental friendly material that enables more efficient electronics devices. This work also attracted multiple companies to expand their research in Singapore and making Singapore the center of excellence in MEMS. Now we are developing ultra-fast autofocus for AR/VR applications, critical RF components to enable 6G communication, miniaturized ultrasound transducers for catheter medical, trying to improve lives through our research. A*STAR allowed me to form close collaboration with experts from different domains. Such a multidisciplinary team enables us to solve much more complex and challenging problems.
When I returned to A*STAR after my PhD, I didn't expect myself to be thrown into the deep end and into such high stakes, but I'm really happy that my mentors really believed in me. That belief and support at A*STAR gave me the confidence to start Moya Analytics. It's more than just an A*STAR spin-off. It's a mechanism to help take A*STAR research to market and help companies find least cost ways to reduce their emissions. One of our interns actually developed an algorithm that was 10 times faster than the current one that we have. This reminded me of the time where the tools that we developed helped to change policymakers' strategies and how the work that we are doing can make real-world impact.
Never settle for mediocre. My mentor used to say it to me when I hesitated in front of difficult challenges. Those words stay in my mind and remind me to strive for research excellence and never be satisfied with anything less than my best. I became the Director of Graduate Affairs because I really wanted to help create a more inclusive and supportive research environment. To me, science is not just about success. It's about great community and learning from failure. Students sometimes ask me, how do I know if I've chosen the right PhD research topic? Well, I tell them you will not work on the same topic forever. PhD study is just the start of a journey to develop the right skill sets and also the mindset in order to contribute meaningfully to the entire research community and also guide your research career. In the end, it's not just about breakthroughs. It's about building a culture that people feel empowered to keep going and make science that matters. If this journey has taught me anything, it's that collaboration always beats competition.
When I look back from school days to launching Moya, it was never about just doing science. It was about having the support to build something that matters. ASAR gave me that support, the mentorship, the space to lead, and the belief that I could make a real impact.
Tomorrow's challenges demand more than yesterday's solutions. They call for bold, fresh minds and future-forward research. At A-Star, we support the minds behind the science that are building tomorrow.